One Direction star Liam Payne has died at the age of just 31. That was after falling from a balcony of a hotel in Buenos Aires.
Did someone want Liam Payne gone? The world was struck by a shocking tragedy. Liam Payne, the beloved star from X Factor, has died after a mysterious fall from his hotel balcony in Buenos Aires. Fans everywhere are devastated, and the questions about what really happened are only getting louder. Was it just a tragic accident, or is there more to the story? The world mourns Liam Payne's tragic end. The news of Liam Payne's death has left millions heartbroken. The 31-year-old One Direction star tragically fell from a hotel balcony in Buenos Aires, a sudden loss that has united fans around the world in grief. As tributes pour in, attention also turns to his former bandmate, Niall Horan, who is also in Argentina. Niall had been posting on social media until the incident, and now he finds himself coping publicly with a grief that has shaken countless fans. Was there something deeper going on beneath the surface? One Direction had a legendary rise to success, and their fans are known for their devotion. Waking up to this kind of news feels like a nightmare come true. Liam Payne had always been open about his struggles, from dealing with ADHD and kidney problems to battling alcohol issues. He also faced legal battles with a former partner and had recently cut ties with his management, revealing how tough things had been for him lately. His final social media post showed a haunting sadness, a glimpse into the pain he carried. Today, people are thinking about his family, especially his 7-year-old son, who now must grow up without his father. Liam was in Argentina to support Niall, showing the bond the former bandmates still shared. He was not just a superstar, he was a friend, a brother, and a father. He remained close to his family, especially his 2 older sisters, who meant the world to him. But now, as we look back, there are questions we can't ignore. What really happened to Liam Payne? And could it have been prevented? He was deeply committed to his family, and in an interview, when asked how he wanted to be remembered, he said he simply wished to be known as a kind person. And he truly lived up to that, always coming across as genuine and easygoing, with incredible talent and a great singing voice. Besides singing, he played a big role as a songwriter for One Direction, and often took center stage during their performances. His passing is an enormous loss and truly heartbreaking. The global response to his death has been overwhelming, with tributes pouring in from fans and fellow artists. Charlie Puth, for example, shared how shocked he was, remembering how kind the artist had been when they first worked together. Paris Hilton also expressed her sadness, offering condolences to his family and friends. This loss has touched countless people across the world, and it's clear the world is mourning together. This morning, the world learned of the tragic death of the singer at the age of 31, a revelation that has left fans and acquaintances deeply shocked. He first stepped into the limelight at the tender age of 16, and during interviews, he often discussed how sudden and overwhelming his rise to fame had been. Despite admitting he was unprepared for the intense scrutiny and pressure, he expressed gratitude for the experiences and maintained that he would not have exchanged them for anything. His passing has resonated deeply with those who followed his journey from a young talent to a household name. The band's many achievements and awards prove how special their talents were from the start. Personally, I've always enjoyed their music and still appreciate his solo work. His passing feels surreal, and it's hard to fully take in the news. His sudden death in Argentina which reportedly happened after an accident in his hotel room, makes the situation even more painful. His fans and family, including his 7-year-old son with Cheryl Cole, are struggling to come to terms with the reality of losing him so soon. Outside his hotel in Argentina, fans are gathering to set up a memorial with candles and photos. It's a touching display that shows just how much he meant to his followers and how deeply he connected with them. This gathering speaks volumes about the lasting impact he had on the people who loved his music. As the news of his sudden passing spreads, his fans and loved ones grapple with numerous questions about how such an unexpected event could occur. This tragedy serves as a stark reminder of life's fleeting nature, highlighting the importance of cherishing the memories of those who have made a significant impact on our lives. His tragic death has deeply affected the music world. It's not just a moment to reflect on his career, but also a reminder of the challenges of celebrity life, mental health, and the pressures that come with being famous. His sudden passing at the age of 31 brings attention to the difficult journey he faced, both as a member of One Direction and in his solo career. 2 years later, in 2010, he returned to the show for its 7th season, and this time, everything changed. His performance of Michael Bublé's Cry Me a River was a huge hit with the judges, and he even got a standing ovation from Simon Cowell. But that wasn't the turning point just yet. While he stood out as a solo singer, it was during the boot camp round that his life took a new direction. Guest judge Nicole Scherzinger suggested putting him together with 4 other contestants, Harry Styles, Horan, Louis Tomlinson, and Zayn Malik, to form a group. That's how One Direction came to be. As we mourn, we look back at his rise to fame and the struggles he faced along the way. A story of fame, friendship, and personal struggles. The X Factor became a sensation. Even though they finished in 3rd place, the attention they got and the connection they had with each other launched them into fame. One Direction quickly signed with Simon Cowell's record label, Seco Entertainment, and released their first single, What Makes You Beautiful. The song became a global hit, reaching the top spot in several countries. From there, One Direction began a fast-paced journey that included sold-out concerts, chart-topping albums, and a very loyal fan base. The success of One Direction was like nothing anyone had seen before. Their first album, Up All Night, hit #1 in many countries, including the United States. This made them the first UK band to have their debut album reach the top of the US Billboard 200. The group's rapid rise was highlighted by world tours that sold out in no time and winning several awards, such as Brit Awards and MTV Music Awards. Their music, with its catchy pop tunes and themes about young love and fun, connected with people worldwide, especially younger fans. He, one of the main singers in the band, stood out for his strong presence on stage and his role as a leader within the group. People often saw him as the mature one, bringing some stability to the band's hectic life of touring, recording, and always being in the spotlight. But as the band became more famous, so did the pressures that came with it. The non-stop touring, busy schedules, and loss of privacy started to wear on the members, including him. In 2015, after years of continuous work, Zayn Malik decided to leave the band. He mentioned stress and wanting a more normal life as his reasons for leaving. This marked a big change for One Direction. The group released one more album, Made in the AM, before they announced they were going on an indefinite break in 2016. For many fans, this felt like the end of an era, but for the band members, it was a much-needed pause from their fast-paced career. The The song was a hit, reaching the top 10 in several countries and proving that he could succeed on his own. During his solo career, he released several singles and his first album, LP1, in 2019. While his solo music didn't reach the same level of success as One Direction, he kept working. He went on tour and collaborated with other artists, like Rita Ora, on the song For You, which was part of the 50 Shades Freed soundtrack. But it wasn't just about music for him. He also dealt with personal challenges. He was very open about his struggles with mental health and issues with alcohol. In interviews, he talked about how the pressures of fame had a negative effect on him, leading him to some tough moments. Being in the spotlight from such a young age, without much chance to live a regular life, took a toll on his mental health. Many of his fans connected with him because of his honesty about these issues. His relationships also got a lot of media attention. He was engaged to Cheryl Cole, who had been a judge on The X Factor, and they have a son named Bear. Their high-profile relationship and their breakup were often covered by the media. His personal life remained in the news, especially with his on-and-off relationship with his long-term partner, Kate Cassidy. In many interviews, he talked about how tough it was to live in the public eye. He felt the pressure to always seem happy and successful, even when he was struggling inside. This pressure can make someone feel very alone, and it's something a lot of young celebrities go through. On top of that, social media adds more stress, as it gives people a way to share their thoughts, sometimes hurtful ones, directly with celebrities. In recent years, mental health in the entertainment industry has gotten more attention. More celebrities like him have started sharing their personal stories. The combination of fame and the stigma around mental health can make it hard for people to ask for help. His honesty about his battles helped break some of those barriers. His openness encouraged others to reach out for support and put their mental health first. On October 16, 2024, heartbreaking news broke. He had passed away in Buenos Aires, Argentina, following an accident. He fell from the third floor of a luxury hotel, and while investigations are still ongoing, it seems to have been an accident. His sudden death has shocked fans and the music industry. What makes it even harder for many is that just hours before the accident, he had posted on social media, showing no signs that anything was wrong. The outpouring of love and tributes has been overwhelming. Fans, fellow musicians, and public figures have shared their grief and memories of him. His former One Direction bandmates, Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Louis Tomlinson, and Zayn Malik, released heartfelt messages, remembering their time together and the impact he had on their lives and the music world. His death has also sparked more discussions about the challenges young stars face, how fame affects their well-being, and the importance of mental health care. But this wasn't the hardest part for many. The suddenness of his death and the fact that he seemed fine just before has left fans struggling to understand what happened. His passing opens up an important talk about mental health and the help we all need. A call for support in tough times. Celebrities, especially those who worked with or knew him personally, also shared their sadness. His former bandmates from One Direction posted emotional tributes, remembering the times they spent together and sharing their grief. Styles, Horan, Tomlinson, and Malik all talked about the close bond they had with him, even after the group's break. Their messages highlighted how important their friendship was and how much he had affected their lives. Mental health advocates have also taken this moment to remind people of the importance of seeking help during tough times. His death has shown the need for more support and resources for mental health, especially for people in high-pressure jobs like the entertainment industry. He left a big mark on both music and pop culture. As part of One Direction, he helped change the music scene worldwide and became a beloved figure to millions of fans. His time with the band led to many hit songs that still remain popular and unforgettable for so many people. Yet his influence didn't stop with One Direction. He also found success as a solo artist, experimenting with new styles and showing off his range. Although his solo career didn't hit the same commercial peaks, his music connected with fans who appreciated his honest lyrics and growth as an artist. But that wasn't the hardest part of his journey. Beyond music, he made a huge impact by speaking openly about mental health. He talked about his struggles with fame, addiction, and personal challenges, which helped bring attention to issues that are often overlooked, especially among young men. His bravery in sharing his story turned him into a symbol of strength and honesty, inspiring many people to face their own challenges with courage and understanding. His music, both with One Direction and as a solo artist, will likely be enjoyed for many more years. One Direction was one of the biggest boy bands ever, and their songs still connect with people all over the world. Their music, from fun and energetic hits to more thoughtful ballads, really spoke to the feelings of an entire generation. For a lot of fans, One Direction's songs became the soundtrack of their teenage years, and his part in the group was a huge part of that experience. When he went solo, his music took a different path, letting him try out new sounds and deeper themes. His first single, Strip That Down, which featured Quavo, was a big hit and showed he could successfully move from being in a boy band to being a solo artist. His work with artists like Rita Ora and Jonas Blue showed off his range, mixing pop, R&B, and dance music to create songs that appealed to many different listeners. Even though his solo career didn't reach the same huge success as his time with One Direction, it showed his growth as an artist and his willingness to try new things. His music gave him a way to express his unique experiences and personal stories. His fans appreciated that he wasn't afraid to take creative risks and try out different styles. One of the most memorable parts of his career has been his close relationship with his fans. Whether during his time in One Direction or after going solo, he was known for how he connected with fans, both online and in person. He would often respond to messages, share personal updates, and offer encouraging words on social media. His friendly and open attitude made fans feel like they really knew him, which only deepened their bond with him. But that wasn't the only thing that made his connection special. Even after the band took a break, he stayed close with his fans, often sharing personal updates about his life. He was open about his struggles with mental health and addiction, which many people found relatable and appreciated. His honesty made him more than just a celebrity to his fans. It created a real connection based on understanding and respect. This special bond became even clearer when he passed away. Fans from all over the world shared their memories of him, whether it was from seeing him live at a concert, meeting him in person, or just listening to his music during tough times. For many, his music had brought them comfort, and losing him felt personal. His death was a heartbreaking loss, not just for his family, friends, and former bandmates, but also for the millions of fans who admired him for his talent, honesty, and strength. His journey from a small town in Wolverhampton to international fame showed how passionate and dedicated he was to music. His legacy will inspire future artists and fans for years to come. His influence extended beyond his music. He significantly altered the conversation surrounding mental health. By candidly sharing his personal struggles, he helped dismantle the stigma associated with addiction and mental health challenges, particularly among young men. As people around the world continue to grieve his loss, his music and message will carry on. For many fans, his songs were the soundtrack of their lives, and his openness about his personal challenges offered hope during hard times. His passing is a reminder of the pressures that come with fame and how important mental health support is. But at the same time, it's a chance to celebrate a life that touched millions. He, known for his music, has also shown a deep dedication to helping others through various charitable efforts. Over the years, he's used his fame to support different causes, both in public and behind the scenes. One of his standout partnerships is with UNICEF, where he's been involved in raising money to help protect children's rights around the world. He's also worked with Trekstock, a charity focused on supporting young people with cancer, helping to raise awareness and funds for their cause. In addition to that, he has backed the Trussell Trust, a charity that aims to stop hunger in the UK. During the COVID-19 pandemic, he started a campaign to provide meals for those in need, spreading the word through his social media. His efforts made a real impact in raising both money and awareness for those struggling with food insecurity during such a difficult time. Could more have been done to prevent this tragedy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.